and welcome to Froggy Day Crochet. Take 2. So, this is going to be my WIPS and finished objects. So evidently, I did this really long, like 45 minute video, and my memory card was full. So I did this long video and there was nothing there. So hopefully this one will change. Hopefully it's as good as it was the first time, because I was really excited about it. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is this beautiful sweater that I did. It is part of Creation Crochet, and it's by Lorraine. This is a membership deal, if you will. It's called A Year in Crochet 2019. So basically you pay for your membership, and if you're like the first, I think it was 250 subscribers, you get these little goodies in the mail and that kind of thing. I'm still waiting on my goodies, so when I get those I will do a video. I do know that currently only the digital subscription is available. So basically what it is, it's you have your community on Facebook, lots of friendly people, lots of helpers, and you get one premium pattern a month from Lorraine, and she actually helps you, you know, step by step. If you have questions, you know, this, that, and the other. This is the first year I've done it. I actually seen Lorraine being interviewed on the Marley Bird podcast a couple of weeks ago, and that's how I found it. So I was really excited about it. But this is the first pattern that we did, and I chose to do mine in the Caron Big Cakes. I chose this color. Let me get that up there a little closer for you. So this is called Jordan's Almonds, and it's the light, kind of like a, it's a mixture between cream and blue. And then you've got the yellow, and then the darker blue. Each one of those balls is 603 yards. I used 1.5 roughly. And I want to say, because I did not write it down, actually I did write it down, I just don't have my notes in front of me, that I used a J-hook. I think, yeah, I think it was J-hook. But anyway, look at this sweater. Is that not gorgeous? Look at the detail there on the bottom of the post stitch. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a longer sweater. The pattern did call for a neck cowl and longer sleeves, but living where I do, that wasn't gonna work. Y'all like my shirt? Anyway, so that's the first finished object that I have. It was really fun. The second one is, let me move this way and move my fingers in the right direction, and it would be over here. There we go. You know, that's so hard when you everything's the opposite. So, you know, when you're looking in the mirror, because, you know, well, you're really not looking in the mirror, are you? You're looking in the camera. Everything's the opposite. See, that shawl is actually on this side, but in the camera it looks like it's on this side. So you always got to do opposite. Anyway, that thing right there, that is a pattern by Stitch Gwen, and is called Cakes to Tango. So basically what you've got is two different Mandela, well, you can use any yarn you like. She calls for a DK weight, so I chose the Mandela. So basically, you're using two different color cakes together to make that beautiful pattern right there. And I do have a tutorial for that on my YouTube channel that Gwen gave me permission to do. So I will post the link to that right down there. Okay, so this next thing I've been working on that is finished. It intended to be one thing. It turned out to be something completely different. I was working on it. I stopped, sat it on the floor, got up to do something, cook dinner, go to the bathroom, something. I don't remember what it was. And my dog jumped in it. It was supposed to be a basket. And because she jumped into it, it turned into a dog bed. Isn't that cute? Okay. And so then I, of course, had to make a pillow to go into it and just set it here on the top. But I made my pillow just a tad bit too big. And because my little girl is a Chihuahua, and at least for my little girl, she likes to bury herself. She didn't like the pillow. So I've been putting the pillow on the bed, and she kind of sneaks up to it at night. But she lays in the doggy bed part of it all the time. So this is the sneak peek of the fabric that I actually put on Instagram, if you've seen that. And this was the original pattern. It is a basket, y'all, with these cute little handles on each side. And this is a stash buster. Bring that a little closer so you can see the details. Isn't that cute? And it's huge. Let me scoot back. It's huge. It's deep. So I've been using it as a tote bag, but you can use it for anything. I mean, you could put, you know, I guess I should start by saying this came from Jada and Stitches on the Jada and Stitches show here on YouTube. And I will put a link to this tutorial in the description below. But as she said, you know, you could use it as a tote bag, a project bag. You could use it to, you know, it's wintertime. You could use it to put your summer clothes in and just tuck it away. You can hang it on your, get these little hooks and hang it on the wall and do a toy box for your kids, or, you know, make it fun, make it into the basket, that kind of thing. So I'm so excited about that. And that, like I said, was a stash buster. So because of those two things, I will be adding those to the Cozy Cottage Love Your Stash Cow that's going on over on Ravelry. So I'm excited. But let me just show you what was used out of my stash. I've got about this much left of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 skeins of yarn gone, y'all, and pretty much 2 projects, right? I mean, 3 if you want to count the pillow and the dog bed as separate. I don't know. But yeah, I'm blown away. So basically what this was you pick out 3 different variegated yarns, and you crochet them together. So you're holding 3 strands together. the dog bed and the pillow that I did, I used a boy hook, and I don't have one here in front of me, but it's a boy hook with like the wooden holder handle down here at the bottom. I normally use those, and that was an M hook for that one. But I'm thinking that because it was 3 strands held together, that maybe I might have held the hook the wrong way. Because I got, let's see if it'll focus. It might not. I got a daggum blister right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's trying to focus on this scarf. There, you can see it a little bit. He gave me a blister. I was like, whoa. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. So, the second one, the actual basket that I did, I used an end hook from Hobby Lobby. So, I really like these hooks. They are very comfortable in the hand. But I will say that I used a little bit more yarn than Jada suggested, I think, because I am a bit of a tight crocheter, so I don't think my basket is as large as hers was because of that reason, but still. So these are the colors that were in it. This first one is a Firecracker. And that one is right here at the top. Because I ran out of the other colors right there at the top. And I know it was because I did the dog bed and pillow first. But that's okay. Some of these other colors that I had in there. I had 2 Banana Berry, which was a teal and a yellow color. I had 2 River Banks in there. Actually, it looks like I had 3 River Banks in there. And River Banks was from Hobby Lobby, and I really loved this color. Basically, it was like a cream and a tan and a brown and a teal. It was actually it was really a really beautiful color. And what happened was I bought that particular color to make my great nephew a loom knit blanket when he was born several years ago. I actually had 3 left. Well, I decided about a month ago that I wanted to make another Afghan in those same colors, and evidently Hobby Lobby discontinued it. I was heartbroken. I really was, because I really loved that color. So I just threw it back on my shelf, and I'm like, what am I going to do with this? So I was really excited when I found this pattern. I had 2 Bright Mixes in there from Red Heart. And Bright Mix is like a, it's a bright pink and a purple and a green and a blue. It's just all these beautiful colors. I want to say at one time it might have even been called Bikini. Like they might have changed the name. If not, it's like really, really close to that. And then the last color that I had in there, which I only had 1 of, and I'm not sure if this was something that I bought or something that my mother had bought and give to me, because, you know, she goes to the Goodwill a lot. Whenever she sees yarn, she picks it up, or at yard sales or what have you. I don't think that this is a color that I would have bought. I could be wrong. Having said that, the reason why I could be wrong is because, in case you guys don't know, this room, if you will, that I'm in is actually a converted shed. So it's my she shed. It's my crochet space. It's where I crochet. It's where I do my videos. I come out here to escape. I've got a TV. I've got a refrigerator. I've got all these little fun things in here. But the most important thing is I have my yarn and I have my sewing machine and I've got all these things in one spot. Because over the years I have bought yarn, put it up. Want to make another project. Open up the closet. Okay, it's not there in my face. I don't see it. I go buy more. That happened quite a bit over the years. And I'm not just talking like 3 or 4 years. I'm talking like 18 years. So, I now have it all right here off to the side in my face. I can actually see everything that I have. So, I don't know if you watched my Yarny goals for 2019, but my goal was to work on a lot of my stash. And I'm telling you what, just those 2.5, 3, if you will, projects, using 7 skeins of yarn, now that's great. That's so great. Only problem is now I don't have a lot of variegated left. Oh well. Sorry guys, getting over this nasty cold and my allergies are coming up and everything else. Okay. So for those are the first few things that I've done. That really got me going, not having any variegated yarn, didn't it? Okay, so I've just been doing some knitted dishcloths. If I'm not mistaken, it was the Not Your Grandmother's dishcloth pattern. It's just, you know, the ones that you start at the bottom and then knit up and then decrease. So I got a couple of those done. Now, for what I am currently working on. I'm holding 2 balls of cotton together. And I am making a bath mat. Let me put that up there a little closer. See, it has the basket weave pattern. It's really thick and squishy with the basket weave. So basically what I'm doing is I'm holding 1 strand of this, which is Peaches and Cream. This is a cone. Got it at probably Walmart or something. And 1 strand of this. And this is Sugar and Cream. This is a white, brown, and yellow. So this one right here came in, you know, back in the day, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, you could buy like the zipper bags with big skeins of cotton in them. I want to say they were maybe 10 or 12 ounce skeins, the really huge ones, and it would come with 3 and then a little pattern book where you had enough yarn to make whatever, you know, what was in the project book. Well, I would always buy the yarn because I liked doing dishcloths and stuff, but I never really used the pattern book, or you know, or it would go into my stash again and I would forget that I had it. So it's working from our stash. So anyway, that's what I'm doing with this. And this also will go into the Love Your Stash Cow. So I'm really excited about that. If anybody would like to know the pattern I'm using and the stitch count and all that, just comment below and I can do a quick tutorial, because I do plan on making more than one of these because I think it'd be really nice to step out of the shower onto. So that's that. So now, fast forward what I plan to start working on next. And this is the part of the video that really upsets me that it wasn't recording to begin with, because I had lots of questions for you, my viewers. So, let's see if I can halfway get it as good as it was last time. I'm so upset it wasn't recording. Such is life. Anyway, okay, so I want to work on 2 big year-long projects this year. And I have found that the first thing I want to do is, and I have not done this with this particular YouTube channel before, because I actually just found them and did not even know that this project existed. But evidently Jada and Stitches does what she calls a calendar blanket. And from what I've been gathering from watching previous videos, is that each month is a different square. And so at the end of the year, you have your 12 squares, you crochet it together, and you have a calendar blanket. So that's one thing I want to do. And I will post the link to Jada's YouTube channel below, just in case you've not seen her before. The second thing I want to do is, drum roll. Is that a drum roll? Close enough. The dreaded temperature blanket. Okay. So, here goes. So, I want to do the temperature blanket. But, what colors do I do? What colors have you done? Like, have you done the brights? You know, your typicals, you know, reds, yellows, oranges, blues, greens, whites. Have you done neutral colors? Have you done something completely different like pastels? What are your thoughts? Now, my next question is, because I know how my brain works, do I do this year's temperatures? Or do I go to Mikey the Crochet Crowd's website and find the link for the temperature blanket, and then plug your year and your zip code in and do a completely different year? Which do I do? So, I mean, because, you know, like, there's so many options you could do this year, which what I'm afraid of is, in my mind, I'm going to, like, oh my gosh, get behind, and I'm going to have to do like 30 rows at a time. Or, on the other hand, going years back, you get behind and then you got to do like the whole year at one time, you know. So that's that. Which ones have you done? And if you were to do one again, what would you do? Would you make it an heirloom for a specific date, like when you were married, or the year your oldest child was born, or the year your youngest child was born, or something to that effect? Would you do something for when your grandchild was born? What's your thoughts on that? So then that goes to the next question is, what kind of stitch would you use? What kind of stitch did you use? I have seen anything from little tiny granny squares made into, you know, like the average temperature. Them little granny squares made into one giant granny square for each month. I've seen granny squares that had 30 or 31 or 28, depending on the days, rounds in each square to make 12 for a giant Afghan. I've seen double crochet, single crochet, corner to corner. I've seen all kinds of different stitches. So would you do granny squares and break it up? Would you do the simple stitches, or would you do an even more elaborate pattern and just break it up into colors? Would you do chevron? What are your thoughts? And then, what are your thoughts on the temperatures? So would you do, like, say orange is for 90 to 100 and then 100 plus is red? Or would you do 95 to 100 is orange and 100 plus is red? So basically I'm asking, when you've done yours, did you break them down into 10 increments or 5s? And I know that could probably vary from where people live, from place to place. I know where I live, during the summer, that blanket ain't gonna be nothing but orange and red. And it don't matter if it's in 5 increments or 10 increments. I live in South Carolina and it is extremely hot here in the summertime. So much so that if I was to do one for last year, say, the whole month of June, July, and August would be orange and red. Because we averaged anywhere from 98 to 100 plus those 3 months. It was absolutely horrible. It was so hot. And we don't normally get that cold. Although today, I will say that when I woke up this morning, it was 26 degrees outside. And it is currently 31. It does not get that cold here. But we have the, you know, the wind, the Arctic wind coming down from Canada. And you know how the Midwest and the northern states are all getting hammered with snow. So all that cold air is coming down towards us. We normally average maybe in the 20s and 30s at night. And then we'll warm up to like high 30s, 40s, 50s during the day. Never in the 30s is it the high. So, this year could be an interesting. Although, I will say maybe about 15 years ago, I do remember that it was 8 degrees outside one day. But it was early in the morning. And again, that was one of our rarities. Because it never even snows here. When it snows where I live, y'all, the town shuts down. I am not kidding. You better go get your bread and your milk. And if you've ever seen jokes on Facebook or anything about, you know, it's snowing in the Carolinas because there's no bread and milk on the shelf, that's the truth. One little bit of talk about any kind of winter weather in this area, and you better go to the store, because if you really truly need bread and milk, you ain't gonna get it. You know. Sorry guys. And this cold really gets to me. But anyway, so yeah, what would you do? I never put that crochet hook down before I smack myself with it. But yeah, so like I said, I want to do those 2 big year-long projects in between my other little things this year. So I know, like I said, for sure I'm doing the calendar blanket by Jada & Stitches. And I want to do a temperature blanket. I have a lot of yarn over here on my wall. I really don't want to buy anymore. I want to, my year-long projects, I want to use from my stash. So I may have to be creative. I don't know. I would show you, but that little corner right now is a mess because earlier I said that, you know, the stuff wasn't actually in front of me for years and it was in closets. Well, yesterday, which is the day that I normally do my filming, I usually do my filming on Mondays, but you know, like for the whole week I'll do my filming and then, you know, process it and edit it and, you know, and send it out whatever day. Okay. also, I reached the end of my 30-minute limit to record, so I had to hit record again. Such is life. Anyway, yesterday was a holiday, so my husband was off work, so we actually did some much needed fall-ish, winter-ish cleaning, you know, where you pull all the furniture out and vacuum behind it and, you know, wipe the walls out, clean the blinds, the ceiling fans, you know, your thing that you do every other month or monthly or whatever. But having done that and rearranging some things into different places in the house, we actually found more yarn that I did not know I had. And I don't remember putting it there. But anyway, all that's sitting over there right now. So, yeah, I can't show you what I've got over here on the wall because there's bags everywhere. Oh my goodness, y'all. So anyway, I do have a lot of green, so if anybody suggests green in a temperature blanket, that would be great. But anyway, yeah, like I said, I'm very interested and excited to see what you guys have done. I really truly wish that you could post pictures on YouTube, but you can't. So if you've done a temperature blanket and you really want to share it with me because you know how much I would love to see it, you can head over to my Facebook page and drop it there. I'd love to see it and show it, you know, to the world. But anyway, I am going to wrap this up, and I look forward to hearing your comments. Well, you know, reading your comments, I guess. Because you're not talking to me through YouTube land, Erica. Duh. Anyway, I look forward to reading your comments. I want to take this time to thank everybody, welcome all my new subscribers. I love every single one of you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hitting that like button, and thank you for sharing my channel. It's really truly appreciated, and I really truly love each and every one of you. So until next time, guys, stay froggy. Bye-bye.